This big ziti recipe is always a hit in my household. Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. In today's recipe, I'll be showing you guys how to make the best baked ziti recipe ever. Before we begin, if you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe, like this video if you enjoy, and let's jump right into it. To begin, I am going to boil the pasta. I have a pot. I added about 4 cups of water in there. Now I'm going to season the water with salt and chicken bouillon. The chicken bouillon will add lots of flavor to the pasta prior to all the seasoning you're going to add later. Okay, so I am going to cover the water, allow it to come to a boil. Once it started boiling, I am going to pour in the pasta. Once the pasta is al dente, you are going to remove it from the heat. Discard the hot water. Do not rinse it because you want the sauce to stick on the pasta, so don't rinse it. Just set it aside for now. So now I am going to make the sauce. I am using Jimmy Dean mild pork sausage. I'm using 2. I was using this pot. It was looking too small, so I had to switch on you real quick. Okay, so I'm using a different pot. There we are, right here. Okay, I'm going to cook the ground beef until it's slightly gray. Then I'll start adding the onion and the seasoning, of course. Now make sure you dice your onions small and not too big, okay? And also we're going to cook the onion for about 30 seconds. Then add the garlic so we don't burn the garlic, okay? Now I'm going to add some fresh parsley, give that a mix, just like so. Now is the perfect time for me to add the tomato sauce. I'm using ragu. I believe this one is garlic, onion, and herbs flavor. I'm going to give that a stir, and then we are going to season. Everything will be below for you, the measurements, so be sure to check that out. Also, I'm going to be adding some crushed tomatoes. Yes, it looks puree, but it's crushed. I'm going to give that a stir, then season. The seasoning I'm using to season this are Italian seasoning, ground black pepper, celery salt, onion powder, garlic powder, also some complete seasoning, as well as some dry pepper flakes. Okay, give that a stir. And we cannot forget, you cannot make pasta without that sugar, honey. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar just to balance the heat from the pepper flakes. It's going to be so good. Okay, so add that in. Also, I feel like I was missing something, so I added 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon. You know it. Now I'm going to cover it, allow it to simmer on low for about 5 minutes. And this is about 5 minutes later, guys. It is done, it's ready to go. Now I am going to make like a creamy mixture. So I'm adding ricotta cheese. If you don't like ricotta, just leave it out. Okay, I don't mind it. So I'm going to use ricotta cheese, a little bit of sour cream. This recipe is very easy. It's easy, I'm telling you. You can do this. I added 1 egg in there. Also, I'm adding Parmesan cheese, and I am going to be adding about a handful of fresh parsley. If you have basil, now is the time to add some fresh basil. However, I don't have any. Don't ask me why. I'm going to give that a stir. This is lunch for me, guys, by the way. I was making this for the family for lunch. So I'm going to give that a stir just like that. Once everything is well combined, I am going to grab the pasta, add that to it, and mix it up together. Once we have the pasta well coated with everything, I am going to grab my baking dish, add a little bit of that sauce at the bottom of the baking dish. Then you are going to add the pasta. I'm just going to repeat the step over and over. Basically add the sauce, add the pasta, a little bit of cheese, then add the sauce again, the pasta, cheese, basically until you done adding everything. Now tell me this doesn't look good to you. Yes, and it smells absolutely delicious already, and it's not even done, honey. It is so smell. It smells so good right now. Now I'm going to add some cheese in between, and then I'll add a layer of the pasta, and then the sauce, and then more cheese. Now that we added the final layer of the cheese, I am going in with some fresh parsley just to garnish. And then we are going to cover this. Do not just bake it uncovered. You're going to dry out the cheese. You do want that ooey gooey cheese pull. I'm going to cover it with a foil. Try not to lay the foil flat over the cheese so it doesn't just pick up the cheese when you're trying to lift the foil up. I'm going to bake it on 350 for 25 minutes and basically bake it for 20 minutes. 5 minutes, set your boiler on so you can have that ooey gooey cheese on top. And basically this is the result, y'all. Chef kiss, 10 out of 10. Would recommend this. Okay, make this tonight. Trust me, you will not regret this dish. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Let me know down below, what do you think about this recipe? Are you going to try it? What are you gonna do different? What's your side? I want to know all the details. Leave them below for me. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.